There's loud booms coming from the sky. What the hell is them explosions? There's like explosions going on out here. I can hear them. Holy fuck, what the fuck was that? It was going off for a good 2-3 minutes. Babe, did you hear that? There's like these explosions coming from the sky. They were like, pow, 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 pow. Julie and my son felt it in the living room. He said under his feet, he felt the floor shake. I'm looking up in the sky. I don't see nothing. I don't see any flashing lights or anything. I'll tell you what, it ain't thunder. Not popping like that. Pa 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 pa. That's not thunder. And it sure as hell ain't no damn fireworks, because ain't nobody blowing off no fucking fireworks in the storm of the century. We're in the storm of the century here. You know, it's snowing here. Pretty bad. And the winds are picking up to 50 miles an hour, so there's no telling what those large booms were. It could have been government related, alien related, UFO related, who knows? Babe, did you get my notification? Or did you just happen to click on? You got a notification? Sweet. You didn't hear that? Wow, that's nuts. You heard that though, right? Yeah. There's a bunch of them, and they were going on for like 2 minutes. Pow, 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 pow. Fucking exploding everywhere. Ready to go outside in this and investigate. Gotta investigate. Gotta break the snow boots out. I could hear the reverse sounds of a, plow truck backing up in the distance. But we also had some mini explosions over the sky in Buffalo, New York. Roughly 2-3 minutes ago, they lasted for almost 2 minutes. A series of just mini explosions in the sky. And thunder doesn't do that. And ain't nobody blowing off no damn fireworks. Not that many. In Buffalo, New York here, we don't have any big events going on. We're having the storm of the century here. Fucking foot of snow, so. And still snowing. It's windy as hell, so those sounds, I can't explain that. I don't know what the fuck that sound was. I have no idea. I'm starting to hear something else in the sky. Could be a plane. I don't know. Could be this one, could be a plane. I got a funny feeling those explosions are going to happen. Hey, Debbie, you just missed it. We're having the storm of the century here, Debbie. Got like a foot, we're getting like a foot of snow, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and there was just a series of mini explosions in the sky that lasted for almost up to 2 minutes. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I opened the front door and went outside, and it stopped. Then I came back in the kitchen, and it started up again, and it was like pow, 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 and it was loud as hell. And I asked my son if he heard it. He said he felt it under his foot. The floor shook. And nobody's having fireworks in a storm like this, and thunder does not thunder like that, Debbie. It doesn't go pow, 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 pow. And this came from the skies to the east. The way this shit echoes off the houses out here, I have no idea, but it sounded like it came from the east. And I don't know what the fuck it was. Oh. Strange sounds. Mysterious booms. You know, there's been reports. Hey, Dorothy. How you doing? There's been reports, you know, of mysterious booms all over the fucking country. All over the world, for that matter. You know, people are hearing trumpet sounds in the sky. People are hearing strange, like, mini explosions. And they can't explain what, you know, what's causing it or where it's coming from. I think maybe that's what just happened here over the skies of Buffalo, New York. Because, like I said, thunder doesn't go pow, 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 pow. It sounded like a grand finale. You know the sound of a grand finale fireworks display? That pow, 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 pow. Constant booms. Well, that's what just came from the sky. Except we're having the storm of the century here in Buffalo, New York, and we got a foot of snow out there and 50-mile-an-hour winds. Nobody's outside having a fireworks display. We don't have any big events in the area, and thunder does not do that. So what is the other explanation that could be causing these mysterious booms? I've heard strange shit in the skies before. During the summer, I heard a sound that sounded like a giant air conditioner was constantly on, and it was echoing off the houses. And I went streets away, and I could still hear this thing. You know what I mean? So it wasn't coming from... I tried to see maybe somebody had a loud industrial-sized air conditioner or something. You never know. And I couldn't find it. It was coming from the skies. I've heard a faint, almost sounding trumpet type sound, but it wasn't a trumpet. It was almost like metal rubbing together. That grinding, just irritating feeling you get. Just a... in the sky, it was like... that's the sound it was making. And that was like... I'd say the beginning of the summer that I heard that. Booms. We got crazy UFO sightings happening every day. Every day. We got strange, you know, we're starting to see some of the most brilliant sky phenomenons the world has ever witnessed, you know. I seen a video earlier today. I should have shared it to the page. Maybe I think I'm gonna share it to the page. But I seen a video today where there was a giant sun halo, but there was like 3 or 4 of them. Outer, and then there was like outer and inner, you know, halos, and it was making the sun dogs, and it looked like the sun was reflecting. So there was the sun here in the middle, then you had a sun to the left, a sun to the right, a sun on the bottom, and a sun above it. And it had circles everywhere, like halos everywhere. It was one of the craziest shits I've ever seen in the sky. I think I'm going to share that to the page. Now I'm hearing fire engines and shit out there, I think. No, we're hearing the sirens going off. You know how if you live in a town in the Midwest and you're about to have a tornado, those air horn sirens, that... you know, some towns do them when they have a fire, a big fire or something. You could hear those going off in the distance. I heard those mini explosions. Now I'm hearing that going off in the distance. See if you can maybe hear it. Yeah, it stopped. It stopped. It only did it for probably 20 seconds. I don't understand that. But we got booms, and then we got air horn sirens going off now in the distance. So I don't know what the fuck just happened. It sounded like it came from the sky, but it actually could have came from the ground. Something could have exploded somewhere. There could have been a terrorist attack for all we know. I don't know. All I know is that there was a series of mini explosions somewhere off in the distance, and we felt it and heard it for almost 2 minutes here. 2 fucking minutes. I ran outside the front door and opened the door. and it stopped. I'm like, what the fuck? And I came back here in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden it started up again. Pow, 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 pow. Like, what the fuck? A lot of snow in Colorado, too? Yeah, I guess, a lot of the country's getting hit with pretty significant storms, I hear. Well, we're supposed to have, like, a foot and a half to 2 feet of snow, I think, total for the next. It started this morning around 11 a.m. and it's supposed to keep snowing all the way up until late Sunday night into Monday morning. So, and the winds are supposed to get worse. We're supposed to have 50 mile an hour, maybe even 60 mile an hour wind gusts here, and all that's going to do is blow the existing snow that's all around on the ground around everywhere and create blizzard type scenarios and horrendous driving conditions. You will not be able to see out of your windshield driving, not even 5 feet in front of you. So it's going to be that bad. Well, that's what they're predicting, anyways. So far, the snow's been falling steadily all day, but it hasn't been, a real heavy snow. And the winds are whipping out there, which is making the wind chill close to zero, but they're not up to 40 or 50 right now. I don't know when that's expected, if that's expected into tonight, or maybe that's tomorrow. I don't know. But I know we're supposed to get hit with lake effect snowstorms also tomorrow that are supposed to kick in with this storm system moving overhead. So, oh yeah, it's going to get deep. A lot of snow in Colorado. Colorado does get a lot of snow, though, don't they? I know watching the Denver Broncos play on the TV, they have a shit ton of snow games where there's either it's snowing or snow's on the ground, you know what I mean? So I assume Colorado gets a significant, they got the Rocky Mountains and shit there, so those things are always covered in snow. Buffalo, we get a bad name because of the blizzard of 77. Everybody thinks, Buffalo's the worst city in the country for snow because of that. And that's not even the truth. Cities like Rochester, smaller cities like Rochester and Syracuse that are in New York State, they actually get more snowfall amounts than we do here in Buffalo. We do get a lot, but we're not the worst. What we do have is a lot of wind in the wintertime here in Buffalo, New York. A lot of wind. I always say they gave Chicago the name Windy City, but Buffalo, New York is just as windy. And take today, for instance. It's 17 degrees out. It was a couple hours ago when I was outside and got the thermometer in the truck. It was 17 degrees, but with the wind chill, it makes it feel like zero, You can get frostbitten like that. You expose your skin for too long being out there, it's a wrap. Sucks for sky watching. Can't watch for UFOs. Can't do much of anything. Me and my wife, though, what was it? It was either two, or if my wife's still out listening, she can tell you. It was either 2 or 3 nights ago when we were driving to Burger King to get something to eat, and we turned the bin on our street. And as we were returning, I seen this bluish, it was like a giant light, like orb, but it was super bright, and it was like a bluish tint. And it started rising up from behind these houses that were way in the distance. Because there's this big field, and you can see these houses over on the other side of the field. And you seen this light orb, just rising up behind the houses. And I'm like, what is that, a plane or something? And it didn't fly, horizontally like planes usually fly. It just kept going up. And it wasn't going at a high, rate of speed. It wasn't like it shot up in the sky. It was raising like this. That's how fast it was raising. And then all of a sudden, it started picking up a little bit of speed, and it just kept going up straight, and it disappeared into space, and we couldn't see it no more. This thing didn't fly left, right, sideways, nothing. So this thing had to have been on the ground. This thing came up from behind some houses, and this light was huge, so this had to be a decent-sized craft. And it flew straight up in the air. We witnessed this thing fly straight up in the sky and disappear once it got to where, it looked like it would have reached space. It fucking disappeared. It's gone. And I'm like, did you see that? My wife's like, yeah, I seen it. And that just proves that something unidentified was on the ground here in Tonawanda, New York. We had a UFO on the ground. And if it wasn't on the ground, it was only hovering a few feet above the ground. Because like I said, this thing rose from behind some houses and went straight up. I'm fumbling to get my camera out. The phone's flying off my hands, hitting my lap. I'm trying to get this thing up. And by the time I clicked my phone on the thing, it had already been shot up and it was gone. I mean, we seen it for maybe a total of 10, 15 seconds at the most. At first, I thought it was either a plane or something, or a helicopter raising up. I thought maybe Mercy Flight or something. And the thing never went this way or this way. It just kept going straight, and it fucking disappeared. And I did not report it. I thought about reporting it on MUFON and shit, but I'll never make another reporting on MUFON again because I don't need the men in black coming back to my fucking house. So, screw all that noise. Where do you think the government gets all their information about UFOs? MUFON. You report it on MUFON, put your video up, tell them what you saw, and if it was a real sighting and they know a UFO was in the area at that time, they will come to your house. Even if you don't leave your address, they will find you and come to your house and claim to be from MUFON, and they want to talk to you about the sighting. But they don't want to talk to you about the sighting, they just want to sway your opinion on what you saw that night. You see, because that's what MUFON does. MUFON doesn't come out and say, oh man, that was a UFO, I think you seen one, buddy. No. They tell you everything but UFO. Well, I really think it could have been a Chinese lantern. They love using Chinese lanterns and meteors. Those are their two favorite excuses. For three. Weather balloons, meteors, and Chinese lanterns. And then you got flares. They use every excuse in the fucking book. Now they're using this, whatever the fuck it's called, the radar thing. We have big blips just appearing on our radar all across the country lately. And nobody knows why. There's no rain in the area, no nothing, and it's looking like there's a big severe storm going over there. And the military said it was this radar blocking stuff they spray into the sky. Don't believe it for a second. And it happened in like 5, 6 different locations across the U.S. Some that didn't even have any bases nearby it. So you do the math. I'll do the politics. I'll just keep it 24/7 on this channel and tell my version of the truth and my version of what I think is really going on in our skies and in our world. You know what I'm saying? And we're getting the short end of the stick on all of it because we're missing out on some exciting technology. We're missing out on some mind-blowing stuff. If only the government would let us in on it. We all know it's real. We all know everything exists, but it would be nice to have that closure. You get what I'm saying? And it's going to happen eventually, like I keep saying. They're acclimating us into disclosure. And, I seen Ancient Aliens last night on the History Channel. I've been saying my last 8 live feeds for the last 2 months. Every single time I do a live feed, and you can go back and watch, I've been saying that they are trying to slowly acclimate us into disclosure, okay? By putting out shows like Project Blue Book and Bob Lazar's movie, putting aliens in commercial. They're trying to get everybody used to the fact that they exist slowly so it doesn't cause mass panic. And I was watching Ancient Aliens last night, and they were talking to all the fucking major, UFO and alien guys around the world. And they said the same exact thing. They said they believe that the government is acclimating us very slowly into disclosure. In my mind, because I was like, I've been saying that for 2 fucking months. So I was the first motherfucker to say that shit. Some people don't realize is when we see something in the sky, like a UFO or something abnormal, you act within seconds. And they're trying to get your phone out to catch it. Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes I already have my phone handy. Like when I go out to walk the dog, sometimes I just turn my camera on and I walk around in case something I could just quick boom. But when I'm driving, especially when I'm driving, it's really hard to get something on video if you're driving. You got to pull over, you know, you got to take the thing out. You got to fumble around to get to your camera, and then you got to hit the fucking button to actually play the camera. And by the time you do that, the shit is, most of the good shit is already done with. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you get lucky and you catch that jewel on camera, and you catch that mind-blowing evidence that you can't deny. You know what I mean? There's so many videos that you can't deny. You know what I'm saying? And they can't keep this a secret forever. They cannot keep the lie going forever, especially the way the world is going. You know what I'm saying? They can't do it forever, people. They just can't. And eventually they are going to disclose it, but they are slowly working us into that because they don't want mass panic. Okay? You're going to start seeing more alien and UFO shows. They got Roswell show coming out now, or already is out. You're going to start seeing more and more, you know, alien and UFO related things. And our products too, like a Brisk tea. Brisk tea has aliens and UFOs on their one logo on their bottle. So you're going to start seeing more and more of that because, you know, they're working their way through to try to, you know, ease things up a little bit. Who will be the one to disclose, though? Will it be us? Will it be Russia? Will it be China? Will it be Canada, Mexico, Argentina? Who will be the ones to say, we got a craft, there was a crash, we got a craft, we have aliens, we have UFOs, they do exist, here's where they're from, blah, blah, blah. Who will be the country to do that? I would think we would want to be, because we've worked the hardest to keep this a cover-up for so long. I would think we would want the credit for it. You get what I'm saying? Or they can have another country do it, and then they can play stupid and act stupid, and the U.S. can be like, really? Wow, they really do exist? Oh my God, we had no idea. This is crazy. What info can you give us? You know what I mean? And they might play stupid and let another country do it and act like, so to cover up their lie, because if they disclose, then people are going to be like, well, so you lied to us for the last so many decades. They're not going to tell us about Roswell or nothing like that. They're going to say a new case. And they're going to say, no, this is how we know they're real. And they're never going to admit to Roswell or none of those cases, people. So you can forget about disclosure for cases like Roswell and, you know, things like that. You're never going to get the full answer on it. But you will get some form of disclosure. And they will not give us everything. They won't tell us all the new technologies they have. They won't tell us that we've been flying to all the planets in our solar system for years now and have bases on these planets. They won't tell you none of that. And they sure as fuck won't tell you that Venus is almost like Earth, and it actually is, you know, somewhat livable from what I've heard, especially from John Lear. So that's what's crazy. UFO landed on a mountain behind my house. Actually, it's kind of crashed. My husband called me outside because he seen it fly over the house. And oh, I remember that one. I remember your video, Dorothy. It was an excellent video. The one on was Simpsons Rest, correct? Yours was the Simpsons Rest video, correct? Yep. That was a great video. I shared that. Thank you for letting me share that, by the way, Dorothy. Great video. Great video. I loved it. You know, I'm glad you guys were able to get something. You know, the more videos we get and put into this community and share these videos, a lot of UFO people get butthurt if you share their video. You know what I mean? And it's like, why are you getting so butthurt? You know, we need to get as many of these videos out on the net in different communities and everything as possible. So I say share the shit out of all UFO related videos. You know what I mean? Because we want disclosure. So we want to share that information. We want to get that out to as many people as possible. But that's just my opinion. That Simpsons Rest video, that was a good one, though. I like that one. I got some questions, though, about that video, if you don't mind, Dorothy. I got some questions about that video. Did your husband or you witness this thing? You said it was, like, crashing? So before you were able to, you know, get it on video, you actually, like, did you see it flying, like, all, like, out of, you know, whack or something, and before it like hit the ground? Did you hear any bang when it hit the ground or anything like that? And did you see it fly away? I don't know if you witnessed it fly away or not, or did the government or somebody come and fucking, close off the area. I'd like to learn more about that incident. Did you witness it crash? Did you hear a bang? Did you see it fly away? I put a crazy UFO video up on the page today. Crazy as fuck. The thing starts shooting like lasers out of it towards the ground, and then all of a sudden this thing forms in midair and starts shooting out these like rays, and they're like, and they start flying in the sky behind the trees. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, definitely. You need to come together as a community. We definitely do. There's a lot of people in this community, though, Dorothy. A lot of these bigger UFO pages, unfortunately, they're only in it for the money, and they see the UFO phenomenon, a bandwagon type of deal, a chance to jump on the gravy train, sort of say, and make a few bucks off it. There's a lot of these bigger pages, and I'm not going to name no names, but, some of the biggest. And they're only in it for money. And a lot of them even, just recently started doing live feeds and get money in their super chats. I would never put a PayPal link up. I would never monetize my channel. I would never ask people for money for shooting UFO videos. I have my own job. I work 40 hours a week. When I find time on my breaks, when I'm at home and I'm not doing something, I throw up videos, and I try to open people's eyes. But a lot of these other channels are in it for, the money. And it's sad. It really is. Because they can really care less about disclosure or not. And my heart is fully in disclosure. And I take the shit very seriously. Because, I know it's the truth. And, I'm just sick of being lied to. You know what I mean? I'm sick of my own government covering shit up and lying. Just let it be known, man. That's all we ask. It literally flashed out of existence. That's what they usually do, Dorothy. Most of the UFOs that I've seen in my life, they were there 1 second, and then all of a sudden you would see a flash, and then after the flash, they'd be gone. You know what I mean? It would just be like and then they're just gone. It's just like they boop. It's like a door opens and they just pop out of our realm and step into another dimension or something. It's crazy. I've seen it, so I know. Yep, it's crazy. He's seen it basically crash land on Simpsons Rest. Unfortunately, I didn't witness that part. Yeah. Some crazy stuff, but like I said, you never know what you're going to catch, so try to keep your phones with you at all times, Always be vigilant. And even if you're going out to Walmart with the kids and you're driving, just glance around in the sky, Always look towards the sky. And the skies will produce for you. They will. But you got to be looking and you got to be ready. You never know what sky phenomenon you might catch. We have mysterious blue lights all over the fucking planet now. Loud booms in the fucking sky. Don't know what happened. Trumpet sounds being heard. People say we're in the end days. I'm still a firm believer that an asteroid will someday take us off the face of this earth. And I got a bad feeling it's coming soon, within like the next 2 or 3 years. So, just the world is chaos right now. The government shutdown is the longest government shutdown that there has ever been in the history of the government, people. It is the biggest government shutdown ever. Now, these poor saps who work for the government still have to go into work every day and work their normal hours, but they're not receiving a paycheck. And if these guys say, you know what, screw this and quit their job, then they lost a great job and they can never get that back. So I feel for these people because they have to go to work every single day and they are not getting paid a fucking dime. things are so bad that they actually, if you get food stamps, check in your state, because here in the state of New York, the February's food stamps were given to every halfway through the month of January. So everybody who has food stamps should already have February's food stamps. So they got 2 rounds of food stamps in January. And they're doing this because they're afraid of the government shutdown. So they're issuing stamps early. But what's everybody going to do halfway through February when all their stamps are gone because they spent them all in January? Everybody's going to starve. But maybe that's what they want. They'll kill a few. A few people will die because of it. Mark my words. There will be 2 or 3 people around the fucking country that die because they didn't have food or something. Trump is holding America hostage until he gets them. I know. He's not backing down, and he's not gonna. He's not gonna. You see, and I blame the Democrats in this, okay? Just give the fucking guy his wall, shut him up, he'll be happy, he'll pump his little chest, and be like, yes, the wall, my greatest achievement. And things can go back to normal. No, the Democrats want to keep fighting this guy and keep telling him, we're not signing anything, you're not building that wall. So I blame the Democrats for the shutdown more than I blame Trump, okay? Just give the guy the damn wall already, will ya? Give him the damn wall. It'll shut him up, I'm telling you. And things will go back to normal, but the Democrats, no. They want to fight. They want to fight, and they want to know he's not getting his way. So here we sit in a government fucking shutdown. So blame the Democrats. Everyone in Colorado did too, see? Blame the Democrats. I say just give the guy his wall. And build the damn wall. Give the guy what he wants. Things will go back to normal and start to cool down. Get what I'm saying? Because if they don't give him what he wants, he's not going to back down. He's going to keep the government shut down until either he's not a president no more or somebody, you know, I don't even want to say that on here, but you get what I'm getting at here. That's what I hope too. Just give him his damn wall and shut him up. Dorothy, he's not stopping the Mexicans from coming over anyways. They're not dumb people. They build tunnels. They'll just burrow underneath the wall. They already have tunnels. And a lot of the immigrants that get through are coming through in tunnels anyways. So let him build the damn wall if it makes him happy. He's not going to stop them from getting over the border. You can dig right underneath the thing. They got tunnels that run for miles into both countries, for Christ's sakes. These people are geniuses. If you want something bad enough, you will find a way. And if I was in Mexico and I wanted to get into the United States and they put up a giant wall, I guarantee you, if I'm in bad enough, I'm going to find a way. I will dig it down. I will do something. I will get over to the other side. It's that fight or flight. Yeah, the cartel's got tunnels running everywhere anyways, so they'll just burrow underneath the wall. But Trump will be happy, and they'll put out a fake poll saying that the numbers of drugs coming through and murders are down like this, and everyone will say, oh, you know what, maybe, you know, he was onto something when he did it. And no, you know, nothing's going to really change. Nothing, no aspects of it will change at all. Just give the guy his damn wall. Come on. Build that wall. Build that wall. I voted for the guy because I thought he would disclose UFOs and aliens. I thought he would be the first president with balls to do something like that. From what I heard, but I don't take Corey or whatever, David Wilcox seriously anymore. He said the president called him wanting to know if all the UFO shit he was talking about was the truth. And I don't know if I believe him, you know, because this guy says a lot of stuff that ain't true, like UFO sightings are on the decline, which they're not. And he's probably compromised, too. Just like MUFON's compromised. Everything's compromised. I'm almost 90% positive my phone is tracking me doing everything, because sometimes when I turn my camera on, my phone will start snapping pictures of me, and my phone just has been acting really weird lately. I've been hearing strange noises when I make calls, things like that. So I gotta go out in this shit still. I gotta go to the supermarket and get something for dinner in this crap. Have you seen the new movie with Corey Good and David Wilcock? No, I have not, Dorothy. I have not seen it yet. I didn't know there was a new movie with those two. I know there was the Bob Lazar movie that just came out. There's Project Blue Book that comes on every Monday or Tuesday on the History Channel. That's about UFOs. That's based on true events. You got the Roswell show, but I didn't hear about anything they did. No, I'm not walking, Debbie. I'm driving. I'm driving in this. Oh, I would love to see it. You know, I watch all the anything UFO related. I watch. You know, some of their stuff I believe, and some of their stuff I don't. Though I believe their whole Antarctica theory. I know for a fact Hitler went to Antarctica and found his way there. There's proof of it that Operation High Jump, our troops were attacked by flying saucers with swastikas on them. So Hitler made a deal with one of the extraterrestrial races. They have an actually inner Earth in Antarctica in the ice caves that lead to inner Earth. And I believe that's where Atlantis is. And I believe there's aliens and humans coexisting down there, you know. The Germans went there, so, you know, they've been breeding all these years and creating more and more people. They're building themselves another little army, you know, and they're humping like rabbits down there to get as many people as they can, and then one day they're going to unleash their reign back on the planet. The Nazis will take over with the alien race. Or did we send our firepower down there and kill them all and destroy it? I don't know. I don't know. Scum dogs. I'm going to have some scum dogs for dinner. Hot dogs with some chili and cheese on it. Maybe some smiley face French fries. Maybe a salad. I don't know. I gotta make something for dinner too. Talk to you soon. Alright. Thank you again for letting me share that video, by the way. And thank you for stopping by and supporting the channel and actually partaking and participating in the live feed. That's what I like. I like when my subscribers and the people that are watching actually participate in the live feed. You know, I get a lot of people watching most of the time. I'll have 10 people watching, but only one person will be commenting. You know what I mean? Get a lot of trolls watching my channel. But they don't say much, because they know I don't take their shit. And I'll turn right back around and fucking later swing the hammer down on them with a vengeance. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate it. But like I said, we got to support each other. And the whole Skywatch community, UFO, Skywatch, I'm in both communities. I'm no longer, you know, in the Planet X community. I'm no longer going to those pages. I'm in the UFO community, and I'm in the Skywatch community. You know, all sky phenomena, UFOs. That's basically, you know, I'm still into my conspiracy theory channels and shit too, and things like that. So I just want truth. Truth. Hard, bitter truth. We need it. We need the truth. How's the weather in South Carolina these days, Debbie? You guys feeling anything? I know a lot of states around the country are getting hit with different storms or whatever. South Carolina getting any frosts or anything? Getting cold down there? I wish the poles would switch in reverse, because my skin needs, it's been mostly drizzly What's the temperature been like though? 40s, 50s, 60s? I hope the poles do flip, and I hope that where I live in Buffalo, New York, becomes a tropical area. I would love that. My skin would love that. Psoriasis. I got psoriasis pretty bad, and this has been a really bad winter for it. I'm like breaking out everywhere, all over my body with psoriasis, and it's a pain in the ass. And then summertime will come and it'll clear back up again. It usually always does, but this time I'm getting a lot of it, so I don't know if summer's gonna be enough to clear all this up. I need some warm weather because that's the only good thing for my skin is the warm weather. Got to dry it out. 60 and 30. Shit, I wish I would gladly take 60 degrees here and 30 at night. 30 at night, I'll go out in shorts. Haven't seen a lot of plow activity out here. I think the plows came by once today. It's been snowing 7 a.m. Plows only came by once. Street's covered in snow. You can't even see the street. Completely covered in snow. Snow's good a couple times a year. Christmas time gotta have snow, and New Year's gotta have snow. And those are the only 2 times I like snow. Oh no, 3 times a year. I like the very first snowfall of the season. And then we get into fall, and then all of a sudden one day you just see flakes start falling, and you haven't seen them in 6 months. That's snow. They're usually big flakes too, like huge flakes. We haven't got a lot of lake effect snow here. The lake hasn't frozen, so we should have been getting hammered, but usually, if the lake doesn't freeze, we get hit pretty hard with lake effect snow. But if the lake freezes, we don't get any lake effect snow. But it hasn't frozen, I don't think, yet this year. I don't think Lake Erie's frozen yet. If it is, it's only frozen in certain spots, and it's not completely frozen, so. More than 2 days. I know, we're supposed to get, at the end of the month, we're supposed to get an Arctic blast up here where it's supposed to be below zero for, like, the weatherman said either a week. He said a couple of weeks. He said it's supposed to be either hovering around zero or below zero for a couple of weeks. We're supposed to get hit with this big-ass Arctic blast, supposedly. But we'll see. They're not always right. They'll tell you it's going to rain and it's sunny. They'll tell you it's going to be sunny and it rains. So they just read a screen. They get basically paid to read a screen. And if the screen's wrong, then they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? A monkey could do their job. He really could. If the monkey could read, he can do their job. Anybody could be a meteorologist. All you got to do is read the screen and then point your finger at the map. Say a few key words, a few key big, large, use some big, large weather words, and bam, there you go. You're a weatherman. They're never right here. I know, they're never right here either. So far, they're wrong about the storm because I don't think it doesn't look like it's snowing out there right now. And they said the snow was supposed to start this morning. They were right about that, about the start time. They got the start time right in the snow. But they said it was going to snow right up until late Sunday, early Monday. And it stopped snowing. They said it was going to be 50-mile-an-hour winds. And right now, I'd say the wind gusts are only, between 20 and 30. So they weren't right. Or were they? And this is just like a pocket of, calmness that we're hitting. And then all of a sudden, the second round of the storm is going to be worse. And it's just going to dump a shitload more on top of us. We got all day tomorrow to see because they said it's supposed to snow all day tomorrow too. So we'll see. Calling it the storm of the century. I gotta go. I gotta get my ass to the store. Gotta get something for dinner and eat and shit. So I'm gonna peace out, everybody. Thank you, Debbie, for stopping by as always. Always a pleasure. Dorothy, thank you. I know you're gone already, but thank you for subbing, stopping by. Anyone else stop by? I don't think so. I think that was it. My wife, always thank you, of course. And that's it. Alright. Peace and love, everybody. Oh, I'll try. I'll get there in one piece. I'm a good driver.